Hey everybody, I am back here with my Sense of Days Gone By, my weekly wax review. I have a ton of wax, so as always, if you don't want to watch the whole video, I'm afraid this may be a 50-minute video. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, and I get that, check out the description bar for timestamps and when I talk about every single scent. I think the fact that I am now melting things overnight and downstairs in 2 of my warmers to kind of see how long the throw is, coupled with the fact that I now have a full 20-watt hot plate in my bathroom going, I think the volume, just the amount of wax I'm going through has just increased quite a bit over the past couple weeks. So there's a lot here. And for those of you that may be new to my Sense of Days Gone By, I do keep an Excel spreadsheet where I go through and I talk about how the throw was and what I thought it smelled like, and I document this every 2 days throughout the week. Because trust me, otherwise there's no way I could remember all of these melts even after a week. There's just a lot going on. So I do document it pretty soon after I melt it, and I have my notes printed out over here next to me, and that's what I'm reading through as I'm going through these Sense of Days Gone By. So if you guys are wondering, I know I don't have this all memorized. It's just, written down and documented, and then I'm just trying to put this video together. Okay, so 50 minutes I think is what this is going to take, so let's get into it. This first one here is from a Life Deliberate Soap Company. This was an egg in lavender chamomile, and it did have like little lavender like sprigs or something in it too, so it was a really cute piece of wax. I threw this one on upstairs when I was going to bed, and it was in my Glade warmer, I believe, in the bedroom. The problem was I fell asleep before I could really remember anything about it because I was really tired that night, but the next morning I could smell it at about a medium. And a medium throw for me is, like you kind of have to know that you're looking for it, and then you look for the scent, and then it is there in the room and it's present, but it's like you gotta kind of look for it first a little bit. And that's the way this was in the morning. Of course, this was after, melting for 7-8 hours. So I would put the throw of this one overall at probably like a medium to a high throw. But once again, I did fall asleep before I could really get an assessment of it. This next one was something I got in a D-stash. This was BeauxSavonsFrais Lime Loops. This one was made in January, February, March, April 2013. So you're looking at this wax being about a year old, a little over a year old by the time that I got to it. I really did like this scent. I think the lime scent was definitely stronger than the Fruit Loops, but I did like the scent. I put it in the 24-watt hot plate in my kitchen, living room area, and throw was about a medium. Once again, I could find the scent if I was looking for it, but it wasn't super obvious. And then the next day I put a couple more of these sunburst scallop tart things in the 18-watt hot plate, and it was like a low throw. I couldn't really smell it at all in my entryway out of the 18-watt. So this one I'm going to classify as a low to medium throw overall, but once again, the wax was over a year old, and that probably could explain why the throw was just not what I thought it should be. Okay, going into Beezy Tarts. Beezy is the only vendor, and I've melted maybe 12, 13 things from Beezy, where, multiples of some of them, but 12 or 13 different scents where I continually get a good throw. Absolutely from Beezy Tarts. This one is Circus Concession. I've melted this one a bunch of times. I love this one. You can see it's a little bit on the odor side. This was received back in late 2013. But I love this Circus Concession because the caramel apple scent in it is not perfumey. It is just so, so good. There's nothing more I can say about this other than I love it. You guys will continue to see me melt that one because I buy it every time he opens. This next one from Beezy Tarts, once again, this is Pink Loopy Loops, and you can see once again, this is also received at the end of 2013, so you're looking at this one being 6 to 7 months old, something like that. I really like his pink sugar blends, although all of his pink sugar blends tend to be pink sugar dominant, so to be honest, like a Pink Loopy Loops probably doesn't smell a whole heck of a lot different to me at least than just like a plain pink sugar, but I do really like it, so good throw. This one I threw in the 24-watt hot plate, I think. So this is just like a really nice sugary sweet scent, like I said, not a whole lot of Fruit Loops, but it did really well, and I love this by Beezy Tarts. I will always look for his pink sugar stuff. Okay, this next one here from Beezy Tarts, I melted upstairs in my bedroom. This is Forever Red. This is a Bath & Body Works dupe. I did look up the scent description for Forever Red. So when I melted it, I wrote that this is a really nice perfume scent, maybe with some apple, question mark, very, very pretty. I put this one in the Glade warmer and it did really good. After it was a good throw, I melted it for, I think it was about 5 hours, and even after 5 hours, it was still throwing really good. I would absolutely get this one again. Now, the official scent description for Forever Red is pomegranate and red osmanthus and vanilla rum. So there's no apple in it. Yeah, now that I'm smelling it, maybe It's not apple, but it's definitely perfume. I mean, it's a perfume dupe, but when you smell it, it's absolutely just perfume loveliness. So that's a really good scent. I've never smelled the original one from Bath & Body Works, but I do like that scent, and it was a good quality product from Beezy Tarts. Okay, this next one here is Candles from the Keeping Room in Apple Butter Pie. This one was like the little lattice pies. I had 2 of them left. I had melted some like a long time ago. I did throw both of the pies in the 24-watt hot plate. You really don't need to with Candles from the Keeping Room. You guys all know 1 tart is more than enough, but I did throw in both in the 24-watt, and it had a good throw. Now, this one was slightly perfumey. It actually was probably more perfumey than I like my apple sort of scents to be, so I probably would not seek it out again. Maybe when fall comes around, I'll see, but this was not my favorite apple scent because the perfumey note was a little bit too much for me, but good throw. Okay, from Closet Full of Wax, I finally got through a bakery bag from Closet Full of Wax that I got back in late 2013. This one is in Caramelized Fruit Loop Smoothie. These were like some of the chunks, and they were just, oh my goodness, the chunks were just so pretty. Multicolored, it had that micro glitter on it, blah, blah, blah. I got a ton of melts out of this bag. I've been working on this bag for, well, obviously over half a year, right? A little bit at a time. This is a really nice, creamy, caramelly Fruit Loop scent. It's, when you smell it on cold, it is a little bit more subtle, but when it heats up, it just kind of blossoms. And I've been melting the crap out of this bag for over the past month, I would say. So even melting the wax like well over 6-7 months old, the throw has still been consistently a high. I've melted it in combinations of the 24-watt, the Glade, the 18-watt in my entryway. It's about a high every single time. I also have melted this multiple times overnight in the 18-watt hot plate in my entryway, and as soon as I walk out of my bedroom the next morning, boom, I can smell it. It's there. It's delicious. So this one had a high throw, and it had a long throw. Definitely went for a really long time. I don't know if this is one that she stocks a lot, but if this one does come up again, I would absolutely get it. It is a great blend. And I think I actually, at one point I had bought a second bag of that, and I destashed the second bag, so I can't even remember who got it, but if you guys watch this, if you're the one that bought it and watched this video, let me know if you're enjoying that as much as I did, because I really like that. I got a couple other things from Closet Full of Wax melted here. These were actually samples that I got when I ordered some 24-watt hot plates from Closet Full of Wax and a couple clamshells, and she gave me like 3 chunky samples in blends. This one is Lavender Pink Sugar, Vanilla Champagne, Sweet Lavender Snow Bread. So this was a really cute chunk. I threw it in the 18-watt hot plate. It had a high throw. Now, the Lavender Snow Bread is not my thing because I think I got a bag of chunks before that had that snow bread scent in it, and it was a different scent. It was really unique. I don't really know how to describe it. It's unlike anything I've ever smelled before, but it's just not for me. So the pink sugar in this one also was kind of more subtle. That snow bread was definitely the dominant scent. So I was walking towards the 18-watt hot plate. I could smell it easily, that snow bread scent, and I was like, okay, that's different. Kept it on for a little bit longer, then eventually I just shut it off because it's different. But yeah, high throw, so it's still a quality piece of wax. Okay, the last one here from Closet Full of Wax. This was another chunk in Chocolate Decadence, Coconut Cream, Pie Crust, Marshmallow Madness. Sorry, see I wrote Play-Doh on there, but let me just explain this one. So I threw this one on in the Glade warmer before I went to bed. I think I actually came back downstairs to get a snack that night, and I came back downstairs, and this one was kicking. It was a good throw. It was a good chocolate scent, not my favorite chocolate scent, but it was good, right? It smelled like chocolate and all this other kind of good stuff. So quality piece of wax, absolutely, in the Glade warmer did well. I kept this one on the whole night. I came back down the next morning, and it smelled a little funky like Play-Doh, and that's why I wrote the Play-Doh on there. I don't know why. Because when it was first melting, it smelled fine. But after it had been going for a long time, 7 to 8 hours or something like that, it did smell funky. So, but once again, at that point, I think if you can get like 5 or 6 hours out of this one, you're probably doing pretty good. I mean, the fact that it had a little bit of a funky smell after like the 7-8 hour point, I'm not really worried about, but that one definitely like morphed a little bit, I think, as it went on. Okay, this one here from Daphne's Divine. This is one of the ones from the scent shops, the scent shot sale that she did, you know, because now that she is closed. But this one is in Nectarine and White Ginger. So I melted this one up in the bedroom. This is a great spa fruity scent with some floral. That's what I wrote, that I thought it smelled like. I love this one. This is one of my all-time favorite scents in the bedroom. It was really good. One of my favorites of the week. I put this one in the Glade warmer, and it had a high throw for sure. I walked into the room, and then I was like, what is that smell? It smells so good. It is really good. You know, smelling it on cold, it almost has a little bit of like a tea scent, like an earthy, fresh note. It is just absolutely freaking fabulous. So once again, you know, my heart is broken that, you know, Lindsay is no longer making wax, but we totally understand. But I have a couple more scent shots of this, and I think that's it. But I don't know if any other vendors carry a Nectarine and White Ginger scent, but I would definitely keep an eye out for this one, because that one is really good. Okay, from Front Porch, this is a 4-pack of Grubbies, and I know this doesn't look like the regular bag, but this is how it came, and man, these Grubbies were like packed in here. It was a tight fit. This one was Snuggling Under the Stars, and I did get this one back in December 2013, so this is at least 6 months old when I melted it. I love this one. One of my favorites of the week. I melted it in the Glade, 2 Grubbies in the Glade, 2 Grubbies in the 24 watt. It did super good both times. Good throw. I love the scent. It was strong. Now, I wrote that I thought it had a pink sugar component to it because it has a little bit of that like super sweet cotton candy-ish scent, something like that, but I wasn't sure. I looked at the scent description this morning, so this is probably one of the longest ones I've ever seen. This is what's in it. Mandarin balm, tangelo, eucalyptus, jungle moss, patchouli, leaf, sandal tree, redwood forest, amber glow, musk, vanilla, cotton candy, sugar, and musk. That's what's in this thing. So no pink sugar in here, but it does have like cotton candy and sugar and vanilla, and I think those are like all components of pink sugar, so maybe that's why I thought it had that scent. I would absolutely get this one again if I saw it go up for a restock. I would almost actually, this is almost one of the scents that would initiate a purchase. Like if I saw it restocked, I would go in specifically for this scent and get some other things. It's really good. And for the Grubbies being 6 months old and still having a good throw, I was really happy with that. But like I said, this bag is different than her normal one. So I also don't know if that made a difference in why it may have lasted a little bit longer. This one here from Hay Creek Candles, this is Breakfast at Joanna. I do not have a scent description, no idea what's actually in here. This one I wrote, it smelled like a warm, inviting fruit scent with no bakery. Yeah, I think so. Now on cold, I'm not sure, but that's what I wrote, what it smelled like on warm to me. I threw this one in the 18 watt hot plate, and it had a high throw. I was surprised that it did so well, considering it was getting a little bit on the older side. I don't know Hay Creek Candles, like, you know, how well it holds up with age. But this one had a high throw on the 18 watt hot plate. You know, good scent. Nothing that I would like go stampeding like other people to get. But, you know, it's a good scent. Quality piece of wax. Okay, this is the first thing I melted from my Heavenleigh Apothecary order. This is Rise and Shine, which is Fruit Loops and OJ. When you smell it on cold, you can definitely smell the orange scent as well as the Fruit Loops. But when it was hot, I felt like it was a lot more orange dominant for sure. It's like a nice, refreshing citrus scent. Definitely stronger on the citrus. When I melted this in the 24 watt hot plate, it did pretty good. I would classify it as a high throw. When I melt clamshells, it's always 3 cubes at a time. So I always get 2 melts out of clamshells. That's what I do. So on the 24 watt hot plate, it did pretty good, high throw. Then I threw the other 3 cubes in the 18 watt hot plate in my entryway, and the throw was definitely weaker. It was more of a medium throw. If I didn't know it was there, I don't know if I would have found it super easily. I had to go searching for it, but I could smell it once I went searching for it a little bit. So, and this also in the 18 watt hot plate definitely threw up a lot more than it did out. I could smell it a lot easier like upstairs than I could if I was like standing 5 feet from the warmer. You know, it's kind of one of those things. So classifying this one overall as a medium to a high throw. Nice scent though, really good orange scent. You guys know I love my orange. Okay, from Kay's Kreations, this was these were 8 custom blended scallop tarts in New Year's Toast, Pink Sugar, and Pink Sugar Champagne. I think New Year's Toast may have had like an orange kind of component to it. I'm not really sure, I can't remember. So I did melt this four times, so I threw in 2 scallops every time I melted it, which is a little bit much. Normally, I have had good throw before from Kay's Kreations with 1, but I was like, I'm just going to throw in 2. Let me tell you guys, I love this. I love it, love it, love it. I'm actually melting the last 2 scallops right now on my 24 watt hot plate. I melted it in the 24 watt, I melted it in the Glade warmer. It had a good throw both times. But it does take a little bit to get going, I've noticed. Because if you smell it within like the first hour of initially turning it on, you're kind of like, okay, it's not really there, but you just let it go and then it just blossoms and then it is nice and strong. This one in the 18 watt hot plate in my entryway also threw out a whole lot, so it went up, but this one also went out. And I always have a harder time getting my entryway warmer to throw out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're walking towards it versus it like going up and filling all the area upstairs. So awesome, awesome wax. I really do love this blend. It smells mostly pink sugar dominant. I think I can get a little bit of the orange component. I can't remember. I mean, this is my own blend, but I'm pretty sure when I blended this, I was trying to get pink sugar and orange together. I think, yeah, I think New Year's Toast is orange juice and champagne, something like that. It's a really good scent. Not a whole lot effervescent, but just like a really good pink sugar scent. Good quality piece of wax. Okay, moving along here. This one is from Kushner Kreations. This is in the Cullens. Really cute wax. It had like these little vampire fangs on it and everything like that. I don't have a scent description, but I think it's some kind of cherry scent. That's pretty much mostly what I could pick up in here. And it's the good cherry scent. It's not the bad cherry scent. Yeah, I think it's mostly just cherry. There's black cherry scents I hate, but I love like an effervescent, juicy, like red cherry scent. I go crazy for those. This one was like that. I put this in the 18-watt hot plate, and it had about like a medium to a high throw. It wasn't really memorable as having like a bad throw or like a really good throw. It was kind of like right there in the middle. Still enjoyable. I would at some point want to check out Kushner Kreations. I haven't heard a whole heck of a lot about them. I have seen people like talk about them, like, oh, I ordered from Kushner Kreations, etc., but I haven't actually like gone to the website myself. So that one has piqued my interest. I will actually check them out. Okay, this one from L3 Waxy Wonders. This is Extreme Fruit Salad. I think this is one of her best sellers. It's super cute. It's like multicolored chunks with like a white overpour. One of the cutest pieces of wax really ever. Now I did cut this in half. Normally I've been melting my L3 Waxy Wonders as a whole chunk, and from reading on the boards, people have been saying the wax really does better if you melt smaller amounts. So I said, okay, so I cut it in half. I threw the first half in the Glade warmer. It was really a low throw. I really could not smell it unless I was super like a foot or two away from the warmer, like standing right next to it. I really couldn't. I was kind of disappointed because the scent is so good on cold, and I really wanted to smell it like really strong when it was warm. It just wasn't there. So I took the other half and I melted. So the first time was in the Glade warmer. The second time I put it in the 24-watt hot plate and said, hey, let me just turn it up a little bit, see if I can get like more of a scent throw out of it. Even if it doesn't last as long, let me just see what I can do. And the throw was better. It was about a medium. I could smell it better for sure, but it still was not something that was obvious, I think, if you did not know that something was melting. So anyways, I'm not really sure. I still need to I still have some more L3 Waxy Wonders to mess around with, so I'm going to classify this one as a low to a medium throw overall. But the scent is so good. It's like all those fruits. I don't know if it's like different fruits and then maybe with like a marshmallow overpour. It would be my guess of what this is based off of how it smelled on hot. But I just was not getting the throw that I wanted from that one at all. Okay, from Rainbow Melts, this one is Loopy 7-Up Pound Cake. This is definitely an older piece of wax. You can see that it was poured at the end of October 2013, so you're looking at like 8 months old, 7 to 8 months old, somewhere around that range. This was like 2 Christmas trees. I threw this in the 24-watt hot plate last weekend when we were cleaning, and I was like moving in and out of my kitchen and living room, like walking around outside. Every time I came in, it was like a breath of just fresh, beautiful, loopy, lime scented air. I absolutely loved it. It did really well. It was a good throw. Even with the wax being at the age it was, sorry, I can't talk for this long. Even with the wax being at the age it was, it still did so good. So I was so impressed with these 2 Christmas trees. 1 Christmas tree would probably have been enough, but you know, like I try to melt through my stuff like a mad woman. But yeah, that was really good. I would absolutely get that one again from Rainbow Melts. Okay, the next one here from Rainbow Melts was one of my favorites of the week. This one was Sticky Zucchini Cupcake. I'm assuming this is like a marshmallow zucchini cupcake scent. You guys know I love sweet zucchini scents, and this one is like definitely one of those. It was a good throw. This was 2 bundt cakes. I threw both of them in the 24-watt hot plate. Yes, it was excessive. 1 bundt cake from Rainbow Melts is always more than enough, but I was like feeling guilty, and I was like, not guilty, like indulgence. I was like, I'm gonna throw both in. Man, in the 24-watt hot plate, it did so good. Good throw. And this one was also, I think, a little bit, no, how old is this one? Oh yeah, so this one was at the end of 2013, so you're looking at like 6 months old, but still just did so good. Gosh, gorgeous. I think I still prefer zucchini bread with vanilla bean Noel and like marshmallow kind of blends, but still, this one was just awesome. Awesome sweet zucchini scent. Okay, this next one was interesting. I liked it. It was a little bit different. This is Cranberry Peppermint Swizzle Sticks. So when I smelled it on cold, I think I could smell like cranberry, and I could smell peppermint, and I think I can get like a candy scent, which I think is Swizzle Sticks. But when it was melted, it turned into something different and beautiful. So these were like 2 snowflake tarts. I put them both in the 18-watt hot plate, And it was like refreshing. It was like a breath mint for your house. That peppermint kind of came out a little bit more, but it was not like an overly like Christmas kind of peppermint. It was just a beautiful peppermint. So I don't know if the cranberry and the Swizzle sticks were doing something with it. But it's like if I had company come over, I would want to melt this because it's fresh and beautiful. And even though the throw was a high in the 18 watt, and even though the throw was a high, it still wasn't one of those fragrances that's like so in your face that it's super distracting. I don't know if that really makes any sense. It's like you could smell it, but it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, it wasn't, I don't know. Like, you know, like if you melt like some scents, they're just so strong or they're so kind of invasive that you can't get away from them. This one was not like it. I'm doing a really bad job of explaining this one, but I really do love this one. It really surprised me because it changed on hot and I absolutely loved it. Okay, also from Rainbow Melts, I melted this one in Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. I am trying to get through some of my older stuff. You can see this is 8 months old by the time I melted it, or 7 months old, something like that. This one did not do so great. I threw this one in the Glade Warmer, and I came back down that night for a snack. I'm beginning to sense a pattern, snacking at night now. So I came back down for a snack, and I really couldn't smell it, and it had already completely melted at that point, and went back upstairs. Came back the next morning and I couldn't, there was no scent at all left the next morning. Once again, that's like after 8 hours of melting. I wouldn't necessarily expect, you know, wax tarts to have a smell after 8 hours. Some do, some don't. But this is uncharacteristic for Rainbow Melts. Normally her stuff kicks ass. I don't know if it's because of the age. I've had some of her stuff at this age that still has thrown well, but this one for some reason just wasn't doing it for me in terms of the throw. When it was on cold though, it's just like a really thick waffle breakfast scent. Very distinctive. You know, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, I think it's what a Bath & Body Works dupe or something. It's a very distinctive scent. And I think a lot of the vendors carry some kind of dupe for that one. Okay, my second to last thing here from Rainbow Melts. This was a single scallop tart. This was a sample in Summer Berry Bliss. This is her triple berry and vanilla ice cream scent. I don't know what's in the triple berry. Probably like blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, as a guess. I put this single scallop in the 18 watt hot plate and it did okay. It was like a medium to a high throw. And I liked it, but it wasn't like one of those ones that I either really loved or really hated. It was kind of like middle of the road. Yeah, it was enjoyable. The throw was, you know, it was adequate. It wasn't like blow me away strong. So yeah, I would like to probably melt this in something else. I do tend to melt like larger amounts of wax, so melting one scallop is uncharacteristic of me. So I would like to see if I had like a little bit more wax, maybe in the 24 watt hot plate, to see how it would do, and it would probably do a little better. Okay, the next one here from Rainbow Melts and the last one from Rainbow Melts. This was a bag of brittle that was custom blended by me in blueberry, vanilla pound cake, and powdered sugar. When I made this blend, I was just so hungry, so I was thinking of like vanilla pound cake with like blueberries on it, topped with powdered sugar, maybe a little bit of cream. I mean, so that's kind of how this one came to be. For this one being like a smaller half-pound bakery bag, I got a ton of melts out of here. I don't know what was going on. This was like the bakery bag that just wouldn't stop. For some reason, I think I got like 8 melts out of this. Now, this one does take a while to get going. I think I've heard somebody say that before about Rainbow Melts, that they felt like the throw was always a good, but you had to like wait an hour and then it would get stronger and stronger. This one was definitely like that. When I first would throw it on, it would completely melt. I'd be walking around and be like, I don't really smell it. But then like, you know, after another half an hour, it was kicking. So it just took a little bit. I'm going to classify this one overall as like a high to a good. It wasn't like one of those super, I just said it was kicking, so I know I'm contradicting myself. It wasn't one of those like super strong ones, but it definitely was present in there. I do like the scent. When I smell it on cold, I feel like I can get the blueberry scent, and I really do like her blueberry. I can get the blueberry and like the sugary sweetness of the powdered sugar and the cake. But when it was warm, it really got overtaken by the blueberry, and it was just pretty much blueberry dominant, which is okay with me. But yeah, I couldn't pick up any of those other notes out there on here. Man, you can tell like these little tabbies here are broken now. I've been opening this bag so much, smelling it, using it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I would probably not get this specific blend again from Rainbow Melts. Once again, that's my own blend. So, you know, if I don't like it, it's my own fault. It was enjoyable, but not something I'd go like crazy for again. Okay, from Rose Girls, I have a scent shot here in Sweet Lemon Confection. And I really enjoyed this one because, you know, I've heard so much about their Sweet Lemon Confection. I've gotten it blended with a lot of things, but I never had smelled it before on its own. And let me tell you, it is just it's somehow both tart and sweet at the same time. It definitely kind of makes you pucker a little bit, But then you can, I think that's like the initial smell, but then as it tempers out, you can definitely get the sweetness of that lemon. It's really good. So I put this one on in the 24-watt hot plate, and then in my kitchen, you know, my kitchen living room is like one big room. Then I was laying down in the living room on the couch, and I was like, I can't really smell it. I was like laying down flat. Then I sat up, and like as soon as my head like got above the top of the couch, I got hit with this scent. It was really funny. This one was definitely stronger in the kitchen area though. When I was in the living room area, I could smell it, but I could still smell it, but it was not nearly as strong as it was in the kitchen. So I'm going to classify this one as a high to a good throw overall. Oh my goodness. Really, really good. And now that I've kind of smelled this, I think I may have a better idea of how to blend this. Yes, I would say it is both tart and sweet, very strong lemon scent. Okay, from Scentsy, this one is lime and kiwi cantaloupe. I don't know, I guess I could cover her name. I don't know how many melts people get out of Scentsy. I only got 2 melts out of this. I threw like 4 cubes in at a time or something like that. You can see it's a little bit older. It's like, I got this back in, this was one of the first pieces of wax I got back in October 2013. I really like this scent. It's definitely stronger on the cantaloupe. Oh, I can't smell the lime when I smell it on cold. When it was hot, to me it smelled more like a very strong melon scent. I melted this the first time in the 24-watt hot plate. It did pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I like the last one from Rose Girls. I could smell it a lot easier in the kitchen than I could in the living room, but I could still smell it in the living room. Then I put the other half of this one yesterday in the 18-watt hot plate. I left it on overnight. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm telling you, when I came out of my bedroom this morning, this one like smacked me right in the freaking face. Like, hello, how you doing? I've been melting for 10 hours, but I'm still super strong. Smack, smack, smack. That's what this one was doing to me this morning. So I'm going to classify this one as a high to a good throw. Overall, I love this one of my favorites of the week, and it definitely has a long throw and stays strong for a long time. Okay, I got 3 here from Steel Valley Scents, who's a vendor I placed an order with like when I first was getting into wax. These are palm wax melts. This one is sugared spruce. I melted this in my 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom, and I have the throw here is about a medium. Now, also as a disclaimer, my bathroom is about the size of a small bedroom. It's not like a small bathroom, so there is a decent amount of space to fill, and the ceiling is also kind of high. So yeah, this one had a medium throw in there. My husband could smell it, I think, a lot easier than me. So when I was walking with him, he could pick it up like, you know, at a further radius away from the warmer than I could. It's a really nice sugary pine scent. I mean, I don't know what else is in here. I do really like the scent. So medium throw in the 20-watt hot plate. Then the other one from Steel Valley Scents, this one is in Butt Naked. They think this is a fragrance oil that a lot of vendors carry. It's Granny Smith apples, honeydew melon, strawberries, pears with a hint of spice. This one had a medium to a high throw in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom once again. I wrote down that it had a really nice fruit scent. Although, for some reason, I thought this had a chemical undertone that I still could smell when it was melted. And when I smell it on cold, I can smell that undertone too. So this is one of the few ones that it stayed with it. Now, I don't think I have anything else at all in Butt Naked. I know it's a pretty popular fragrance oil, so I don't know if it's... I don't know if... I'd have to buy other Butt Nakeds, this sounds strange, to see if it has that chemical undertone. But yeah, this one smelled a little bit off to me. Okay, this last one here from Steel Valley Scents, this was just in plain oat cookie dough. It smells really good when I smell it in the cup here. It's a really great cookie scent. It smells very authentic. I threw this one in the 18-watt hot plate, and even though I love the scent on cold, this one had a low throw in the 18-watt hot plate. I really couldn't smell anything at all when I was walking around in my entryway and upstairs, so I would love to get a better throw from that one because it's such a great, great scent. Okay, from Streetman Candles, this one I got in the Simply Sensational Sampler. This one was like a really cute single scallop with an embed in it and tropical banana candy. This one was more of a sweet banana, probably because of the candy, so the banana did not bother me too much. I put this in the 18-watt hot plate, but it had like a low to a medium throw. I was walking towards the warmer. I could pick it up maybe at like a 4-foot radius, but it was, you know, it was still difficult to pick up. And even though it has the banana, it wasn't memorable to me as either being a great scent or a bad scent. Kind of like middle of the road, but it was not an offensive banana, so at least there's that, right? I definitely want to place an order with Streetman Candles because I know everybody raves about her stuff, and I'm going to chalk that one up to the fact that it might have been a single scallop tart. You know, for me, I just don't like melting. I have to melt at least like 1.5 ounces of wax, I think, on anything that I melt. And then I know the 18-watt hot plate, that one can get a bit finicky. If I want to get a good throw, I tend to throw stuff in the Glade or the 24-watt, so that's not going to deter me from Streetman Candle. I definitely would want to try some other stuff. Okay, from Super Tarts, I melted one scent shot here, and this one is Pink Sands, Cotton Candy, and Waffle Cone. This one, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I'm coming around to Pink Sands. I know it's a Yankee Candle dupe. I'm really beginning to love it. When I smell this, the thing that I get the most is the Cotton Candy, and then I think I get the Pink Sands. But it comes off as more of like a sponge sugar bakery scent more than anything, really. But it's so pretty. But it does have, because of the Pink Sands, it does smell like slightly more feminine or something like that. I put this in the 24-watt hot plate. This is another one of the ones that it took like a little bit to get going. So like the wax pool had like, you know, everything completely melted. I was walking around, couldn't really smell it. I left the room, came back in a half an hour later, and it was getting strong, and it was building up, and then it tempered out at about a high to a good, I would say, as a final throw. It was good stuff. Absolutely love that one. One of the best of the weeks. I love that cotton candy scent. I just smelled it, and I feel like I can taste it. Okay, from 10 Digit Creations, this was a 4-pack in Immortal. Now, you guys know my nose is stupid. So I melted this in the Glade, one tart at a time. I melted one in the Glade, I melted one in the 24-watt, and then I melted the other two each at a time in the 20-watt in the bathroom. I would classify the throw as a high overall. You know, it was definitely present. It gave my bathroom and my bedroom a nice ambiance. I definitely enjoyed it. I wrote down that it was a nice floral scent. Yeah, it's not a floral scent. I looked up the scent description this morning. It's patchouli, cedar, and exotic spice. Okay, I'm an idiot, but I really did enjoy this one. I would get it again, but it's not one that I would go like stampeding people to get, you know, if it came into stock or something. But if you guys like patchouli and spices and wood scents and stuff like that, I would recommend that. Sorry guys, my voice is starting to go. I still have a lot more over here. Okay, this one here from the Bathing Garden, this was Brown Sugar Cream Rose Bouquet. I know there's a lot of people that love this one. I do not. I do not like it. I think it's the rose scent is much too potent. It's much too something in here. I do not like it at all. Now, the first time I melted this, I threw 3 cubes into like the 24-watt hot plate. It was so strong. I was getting blown out of the house. This one was beating me up. I was running around. I was like, oh my God, turn it off, turn it off. It was so strong. And I think I had melted the first 3 times, like after 3 weeks cure time or something like that. Because you can see this one I got back in January. I know she recently restocked this one. I didn't get it. Okay, so then the other 3 cubes have been sitting in my bedroom next to the warmers for months. And I kept looking at it and giving it the evil eye. And I'm like, I remember you. I remember you like smelling me out of house and home and being a little bit too strong on the rose. So finally this week I'm like, I just need to melt it. So I took the last 3 cubes and I was like, this is going to be disaster. And I threw it in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom. And, oh wait, no, I melted it in the bedroom. Wait, where did I melt this? What's it say? Oh, I melted it in the bedroom. And it definitely had more of a high throw. So this one, for some reason, I feel like got tempered over the months. It was super strong initially, but it was still a high throw at the end. If you guys like this kind of like really thick, creamy rose scent, get it, because this is one of the good throwers, but I will never, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one again. The scent is just not for me. Okay, now the scent on this one is for me. This is Sea of Tears. This one is beautiful scented. It's fresh air, sea salt, ocean mist, aquatic florals, green notes, and beachy musk. Absolutely gorgeous. I got this in a sugar scrub and fell in love with it, so I got a couple of these clamshells. This one has been curing for, what is that, about a month and a half, something like that, by the time that I melted it. This one had a low throw. I put it in the Glade warmer in my bedroom. I really couldn't smell anything. And then I moved it the next time 3 cubes in the 20-watt warmer in my bathroom. I figured maybe a slightly smaller space I could figure out if it did a little better. I still couldn't get anything. So I know I've seen people rave about this one. So what wattage warmer are you guys using for Sea of Tears? Because it is such a beautiful scent. I want to be able to smell it and love it. But that one was a low throw for sure. I do have another clamshell in that one. I will continue to let the other one cure. Maybe that's the key. I might have melted it too soon, but you would think like 2 months old would be good enough. This one here from 30th Street Crafts. This one was an old-fashioned tea berry bubble gum. So this is supposed to smell just like the gum back from the 50s, green tea, lemon, peppermint, tea berry, and wintergreen. Now this one is kind of funky to me because when I smell it on cold, I thought I could smell like a campfire scent. Something smells like it's burning when I smell this one. But when I melt it, I don't get any of that burning scent. It's just like a really refreshing medicinal scent. It's interesting. I've seen people talk on her page and they say that it does smell exactly like that bubblegum. I've never smelled a bubblegum. I have no idea. I don't not like it, but it's different. Like I said, it's slightly medicinal. I'm not really trying to put my finger on it, but she is going to restock this scent on her next restock. And I have one more of these. I'm probably going to buy a couple more because it's just different. And I like it, and it's kind of refreshing. So yeah, anyways, I did throw this one in the Glade Warmer, and it had a good throw. It was very strong. I did melt this one overnight, and the next morning, there was still a hint of this in the air, so probably like a low to a medium throw after, you know, like 9 hours of melting, but definitely a good throw when it first started melting. So if you guys like that tea berry scent, I would definitely look at this up at the next opening. That weird burning scent I'm getting on cold was not there when it was warm. I'm telling you, it smells like burning. It's really strange. Interesting. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, the next one I melted from 30th Street Crafts. So I gotta change my paper around over here. This one was in Southern Belle. This was 2 Cameo Tarts. This was a citrus blend of nectarine, lemon, orange, and a hint of mints with leafy greens and woody undertones and a base of musk. So all sorts of different things in here. I did throw both of the Cameos in the 24-watt hot plate. It did pretty darn good. It was a high to a good throw for sure. I wrote this down as being a nice, refreshing fruit scent without being too overpowering. Something that would be really good if you had company over, I think. Because it's just a nice scent, but it's also not like, it's not an invasive, like, a scent that, like, demands attention. It's, like, beautiful, but kind of, like, complimentary. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It is absolutely beautiful. I do really love this one. Gorgeous. I'm smelling the bag over here. I really love 30th Street Wax. I think she's rocking it out. Oh my god, this video is never going to end. Okay, this one from Two Timing Tart is Pink Stilettos. This one was a chunk that was in pink sugar, myrrh, and honey amber. I have melted this one before. The first time I melted it, it was a high throw in, what warmer was in? Okay, I don't know what warmer I melted in the first time. I melted this one in the 24-watt hot plate, though, a couple days ago in the bedroom. The throw was once again a high. It was a really nice scent. This one, I can smell the pink sugar. Yeah, and you can also get that myrrh. You can get like a I don't know if myrrh is like a spice or something, like an herb, but you can get that kind of scent in here. And you can also get like the sweetness and the what's it called? Like sweetness and the smoothness of that amber, that honey amber. It is a really nice scent. High throw. Did well in 24-watt hot plate. This one, like, when I first walk in the room, you can smell it really easily. It's one of those scents, though, that, like, if you're in the room with it too long, you start to smell it less and less. But then if you leave the room and come back in, you can pick it up again, like, right off the bat. So I absolutely love that one. I don't think that's a scent that she stocks on a routine basis, which is such a shame because it's such a good scent. Okay. This next one from Two Timing Tart is Pomegranate Rose Lemon. This is a remelt for me. The first time I melted it, I had it down as a good throw. That was when it was like a little bit newer. Now I got a couple more of these. You can see this is in the old wax formula and is back from 2013. When I melted it this last week, it was a medium throw. You know, the wax is about 7 months old or something now. I put this one in the bathroom in the 20-watt hot plate. It was present. It was there. But it definitely was a little bit more subtle. The throw was not as good as I remember it being the first time around. It is such a great scent, though. I know I don't like rose, but there's so much other stuff going in here with that pomegranate and the lemon that the rose it's not an offensive rose. It's there, but it's really nice. It's a really good blend with all those other ones. So yeah, that one is really good. And I have a couple more scent shots of that one too. Okay, the next one was Holiday Sparkle. This was from the flash sale, obviously, during the holidays of 2013. It has a really distinctive winter-type scent. It smells like Christmas. That's what I wrote down. I wrote down that it may be like pine with some spice. something like that. And maybe cranberries. It definitely smells like Christmas. So I put this in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom, and it had a medium throw. So it was there, I could smell it, but it wasn't super strong. The fact that it's super Christmas smelling was also making me kind of more about it. But if this one comes around next Christmas, I will want to get it, because this smells like the holidays. And now that she's got the new wax formula, the throw will probably be like at least a high, I'm hoping, if she was to hold that one again. Okay, this one is in Blue Sugar Toddy. Toddy is like some kind of drink. I don't know what it is. I put this one in the Glade Warmer in the bedroom, and I had this one down overall as like a medium to a high throw. It almost is like a bakery scent. When I walked in the room, I could smell it really easily, and it did have a bakery creamy scent, something like that. Yeah, it's really nice. That blue sugar mixed in with that kind of creamy, spicy smell is really good. So this one did have a medium to high throw, I would say, overall, but it did kind of temper out pretty fast. I think after about 3 hours, I was walking into my bedroom and the throw seemed more like a medium. So it definitely was stronger for the first 3 hours, and then it kind of started to get a little bit weaker as it went on, but it's still a great scent. Once again, though, this is not one of the ones that she carries all year round, so I don't know if when that one will be coming back again. This is another one from Two Tommy Tart and Eventide. I have no idea what's in here. I spent the morning on her page trying to figure out if I could find the scent description for it, but I could not. I put this in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom, and it had like a solid medium throw. It kind of gave the bathroom like a nice scent, but it was a little bit more subtle, not in your face. It's a nice scent. I like it, but I don't love it. It smells like there's some kind of spice in here, and that's what I wrote about it on Hot 2. I wrote, is there some kind of spice in here, question mark? I don't know what's in here, but I have seen people ask her before what's in that scent. I think it's different, it's unique. Okay, the last one here from Two Tommy Tart, and this is a bag of Brito that's not finished yet, but it's so awesome I want to talk about it. This is Pink Guava Hibiscus. I got this one, what was it, like, when she did a bunch of bags of Brito at a flash sale, and I think I picked it up off the website afterwards. Now let me tell you guys, this one is awesome. One of my favorites of the week. It is such a beautiful, it's stronger on the hibiscus floral scent. That's mostly what I pick up there with a little bit of fruit. I don't smell any pink sugar, so I don't think there's like, if there is pink sugar in here, it's definitely subtle. Very strong on the floral. Oh my goodness, just absolutely beautiful. Smells just kind of tropical and gorgeous. I don't know. So I melted this one time in the Glade Warmer and then one time in the 24-watt hot plate. It did great both times. It was a good throw both times. It was like exploding out of my bedroom. Just so easy to pick up. Just gorgeous, beautiful, very present. Oh my goodness, I love that one. I'm so glad I have more of that brittle left to melt through. Okay, the last, that's it for the Two Tommy Tart. So moving on into Victoria's Designer Creations. This was First Kiss. I think this was a pair of lips, but I don't remember. I put this in the bedroom in the 24-watt hot plate. It did good. It was a high throw. I wrote down that this was a fruity, fresh, beautiful scent, maybe even with pineapple, question mark. Yeah, it's something in here is tropical for sure. It's a tropical, fruity, fresh scent. So this one had a high throw in the 24-watt hot plate. Definitely enjoyed it. Good piece of wax. Would definitely get that one again. Okay, from Vintage Chic Scents, I melted through this clamshell here in French New Wave. This is Blood Orange, Peonies, Musk, and Rose. It is a gorgeous scent. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is a remelt for me. So the first time I melted it, it was like from her original opening. This was before she tweaked the wax. The throw, the first time I melted it, was like a low or medium. It was hard. I was not super happy with the throw before. Okay, so this is a newer piece of wax after she tweaked it, right? So I got this one. I threw it in the 20-watt warmer in the bathroom the first time, 3 cubes, and it felt like it was like low to medium again. So I was like, okay, like it's a gorgeous scent. I love this scent. Wasn't getting a whole lot of throw out of it. But then the next time I put it in the Glade Warmer, which is the same wattage as the 20-watt. They're both 20-watt hot plates. But I threw this one in the Glade Warmer, and it was strong. I like left the bedroom, I came back in, and I was like, what the heck is that I'm melting? It's strong, and it was this one. So I don't understand how come like melting them one day apart in the same wattage warmer in 2 different rooms, I would have such a difference in the throw. You think it would throw better in the bathroom because that's smaller. So I don't know what's going on with this one. I think I have more of this one upstairs. I'm kind of interested to see if I can get a good throw from this one again. But man, this one is just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I was loving it when I was melting it in my bedroom when it was throwing like a champ. It was just beautiful. Okay, World of Wax and Suds. I'm just uploading a haul from them from World of Wax and Suds right now. I melted this one because, as you can see, it was poured back in February, so I knew that this one was cured and ready to go. This one was 2 Teddy Tarts in Raspberry Rainbow. I really love the scent of this one. It's like a nice fruity tart kind of candy scent, really, really good. Now the scent for this one is just more of a subtle scent. You know, like I was saying earlier, some scents are like more invasive and some are not. This is more of a non-invasive scent. So I threw on the Teddy Tarts, you know, and I was having a harder time smelling it. But here's the thing. I left it on overnight, right? So like it had been melting for 8 or 9 hours. I came downstairs, I could smell it. And I was like, okay, it's there. I went outside to my you know, outside of my house and was doing some chores, and I came back in and it like hit me as soon as I walked in the door. And this is after 8 or 9 hours. So I don't know if this is just one of those scents that's just a more subtle kind of scent anyway, that it may just be harder to pick up. So I'm going to classify the throw on this one as a high. I think it's kind of hard for me to classify it because I was having a hard time smelling it last night. But, you know, for after melting all night and then completely clearing out my nose and coming back in the house, it was really easy to pick up. So I don't know what was going on. But yeah, as for a starter, that's the first thing I've melted from World of Wax and Studs. And for a starter, I'm already liking it. I think she's going to have some good stuff. Okay, last one here, last 3 here, but the last company, Yankee Candle. I am melting more Yankee Candle. I'm melting it in the bathroom for the most part. I don't know why. You know, I think it's because the wax crumbles and it makes a mess every time I open these, and it's easier for me to clean up in my bathroom. Maybe that's why. So this is Over the River. This is Watery Greens with hints of sage, amber, and oak. This one is really pretty. I did absolutely love this one. I wrote down that it's a really nice water scent. Cool and fresh with not too much floral. Well, I don't think there's any floral in here at all. So it's mostly just like a water herb kind of scent. It was really nice. It had a high throw in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom. It did fill up the entire bathroom with the scent. I would absolutely get this one again. I'm actually headed to the mall here soon. And I know the semi-annual sale is going on. If I see this one, I'm going to pick up a lot in that one because it's really nice. Okay, the next one from Yankee Candle here. This one is in Grapevine and Oak. This is Crisp Grapes, Citrus, and Oak. I don't remember this one having too much of a grape scent. I wrote down that it is a really nice woodsy scent. So that's what I was picking up on hot. Once again, I melted this in the bathroom in the 20-watt hot plate. It's really good. So at first I couldn't really smell it too well, but this was one of the ones that got stronger as it went on. So, you know, as I was like moving around at night and I would go back into the bathroom and come back out, it was easy. It was getting like easier and easier to pick up. Really good. Really good. So I'm going to classify that one as a medium to high throw overall. All right, you guys, this is the last one. I don't know if you can tell. My voice is shot over here. Oh my God, it's like so raspy. Okay, this one is in Golden Sands. This has a really nice beach scent. It smells like a exotic coconutty kind of beach, but there's no coconut in here. So what is in here is sandalwood, orange flower, tonka beans, fruits, and citrus. It is really nice. There is definitely a strong note in here that I'm not familiar with. I don't know if it's the tonka bean, but it does smell a little unique from a lot of the other things that I've smelled. This one I put in the 20-watt hot plate in the bathroom. Once again, it did really well. I'm going to classify it as a high to a good throw overall. I did close the door to the bathroom at one point to see like how strong I could get the scent, and I think my husband opened the door and he's like, "Wah!" Like it was everywhere. So yeah, it's definitely a high to a good. It might even be a good throw, but I want to melt it in a bigger room to see like how it does there. The bathroom being the size of a small bedroom kind of may skew it a little bit, but yeah, it was definitely kicking though. I really do love the scent. This one I would pick up more if I got it at the semi-annual sale today, so we'll see if I get anything there. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, these scents of days gone by are becoming a huge pain in the butt. The more wax that I melt, seriously. Before, when they were like 25 minutes, they're more manageable. They've now ballooned to double the size. So I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, but I got some wax and I gotta melt. I gotta melt. I gotta melt and enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I gotta go and stop talking because my voice is about to crap out of me, but I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.